Stan? Stan!
1 second. I'm just adjusting the antenna.
Auntie, I'm glad you're here. I got a question.
Oh, hello, Philo. How can I help you?
I'm writing a short story, and I'm starting to get a little worried.
Worried?
The story's about a young, intelligent keeper, like me. But I'm worried that the people won't like the story because, most people aren't keepers.
Ah, so you're worried that your own culture and experience are influencing your story a little bit too much? That's a valid question, but I think our guest author today will give you a good answer.
Hello, fellow story explorers. Sorry for the delay. Hey, Cody, how's the signal?
We have full bars.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I love old commercials. What's up?
Oh, Dagny. Hey, Auntie, who do we have beaming in today?
Stan, you are not going to believe this. I was pedaling my flying contraption over the top of San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge when I got a beacon that one of my favorite authors was close by. So I swooped down and had tea with her. Her name is Natasha Yim, and she's the author of a number of delightful books, many of them about people of Chinese descent. This one's my favorite, Luna's Yum Yum Dim Sum. Oh boy, it makes me hungry just to say the title. On Luna's birthday, the whole family goes out for dim sum, but Luna and her brothers can't agree on how to share their pork buns fairly.
I'm receiving a transmission. Dagny?
Not again.
Hi, Stan. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today.
Stan, may I introduce Natasha Yim.
Hey, Natasha, it's so nice to meet you. I have so many questions I want to ask you, but I'm going to keep it simple. Where are you from originally, and how has that influenced your writing?
Well, I actually grew up in 3 different countries. I was born in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and then my family lived in Singapore for a while, and then I was in Hong Kong for my high school years. Some of my books are developed from stories I've heard as a child living in those places. And there's tons of stories and legends in the Chinese culture. I heard them growing up, especially around the holidays and the festivals. And so for me, those stories were just kind of brewing, waiting for the right time to come out. And they did kind of emerge in several different books. So stories do get inspired by where you grew up and who you grew up with and relationships with people early on in your life.
Oh, that's great. Your books have good, strong characters. How does one create a good character?
I always have to kind of refer to this quote by the poet Maya Angelou, because she said, people will forget what you do, people will forget what you say, but they'll never forget how you make them feel. And I love this quote because it is so true of writing. Because whatever books or stories that you come up with, that you tell, it's how you make the reader feel that really sticks with them and it impacts them.
Oh, interesting.
You want the reader to empathize with your character. You want them to be angry with your antagonist. So I think that's what I try to do, is to build strong characters. That character has to have some strong personality traits that make the reader feel something.
That's really good. Last question, Natasha. What advice would you give our young authors out there?
We're all storytellers in some way. When you go to school and after the summer holidays and you're telling your friends where you went on vacation and what you did for the summer, that's a story. We all have stories to tell. And those stories deserve to be out there. So if you don't ever put it down on paper or you don't share those stories, they stay in your head and nobody gets to listen to them. The world needs creative people like all of you.
Oh, that's great advice.
Thank you, Natasha. That was awesome.
Thank you, Stan, for inviting me to your show. It was a pleasure being here, and I hope all of you will continue to keep writing and keep creating and sharing your stories.
We loved having you here. We'll see you later. Bye.
Does that help answer your question, Philo?
You bet. I'm gonna get back to work.
Now that is weather.
That's it for today, fellow story explorers. Always remember to be kind and never judge a book or a person by their cover. See you next time, friends.
Come ride the magical, incredible, fantastical. Come ride the very